Which of the four stories in your book is your personal favorite and why?
My personal favorite stories are The Greedy Dog, The Bundle of Sticks, The Thirsty Crow, and The Fox and the Grave because they are too creative and I personally like them.
Rashi, if you were invisible for a day at a school, so what would you do?
I would fun putting my finger in my friend's ear first.
And if you could invent a new flavor of toothpaste, what would it be?
It would be chocolate and I will advertise it as सुबह की शुरुआत chocolate के साथ.
Would your superhero name be if your power was eating ice cream super fast?
Maybe ice cream woman.
Welcome to the Star Author podcast presented by Bookalooza. So, today we have someone who proves that great wisdom can come in the cutest and youngest package. Meet Rashi Rajput, a storyteller who brings old tales to life in her own magical way. So, from clever crows to greedy dogs, her stories are full of fun, feelings, and life lessons. So, get ready for giggles, games, and golden eggs.
Thank
So,
you very much.
Rashi, my first question to you is, can you please share your book writing experience on Bookalooza?
Ma'am, it was wonderful. I also learned the power of imagination and I also learned that how authors feel when they write stories.
Okay, that's really great to hear. And why did you choose to write these classical moral stories in your own words?
Ma'am, because classical moral stories give us moral values and also they give us life lessons to succeed in life.
Great thing that you thought of writing these moral stories. And which of the four stories in your book is your personal favorite and why?
My personal favorite stories are The Greedy Dog, The Bundle of Sticks, The Thirsty Crow, and The Fox and the Grave because they are too creative and I personally like them.
Okay. And if you could give the greedy dog some advice, what would you say?
I would say don't be greedy and do some hard work instead.
Okay, that's a perfect thing to say. And Rashi, if you were invisible for a day at a school, so what would you do?
If I was invisible in the school, I would fun putting my finger in my friend's ear first.
Okay, okay. And what would happen if your shoes suddenly argue with each other?
I would fall on the floor, but then I need to stop their argument first.
Okay, then only you would be able to walk properly.
Yes.
So, if you had to name a planet after yourself, what would it called?
Animal Planet.
Okay, you are an animal lover.
Yes.
Okay, okay. And if you could invent a new flavor of toothpaste, what would it be?
If I would invent a new toothpaste flavor, it would be chocolate and I will advertise it as सुबह की शुरुआत chocolate के साथ.
Arey wow, that is very nice. So, if your book suddenly turned into a pet, what would it act like?
It would definitely keep roaming around me full day.
Okay. And what would your superhero name be if your power was eating ice cream super fast?
Ice cream girl or ice cream eater, maybe ice cream woman.
Ice cream woman, okay. Do you like ice cream, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. And
Sometimes I like it, but sometimes don't
okay.
because that's unhealthy.
Yeah, true, very true. So, if you were a chair, who would you want to sit on you?
My Mossy because she is my best friend in the whole family.
Okay, your Masi is your best friend. That is very nice.
Yeah.
So you share a best friend bonds with someone in your family. That is really good. So, Rashi, what would you do if you found a bone like a dog, and will you keep it or will you share it?
I will share it because sharing is caring.
Okay, that is very thoughtful and sweet of you, Rashi. And if you were the crow in the story, what other way could you think to get into the water?
The other ways are I would call my crow friends and topple the pot and drink the water with them.
Okay, yeah, that is a smart move. The crow could have done that, but okay. So, do you think that old story still matters in today's world?
Yes, because they give us life lessons, obviously.
Okay. So, what would you prefer? Old stories over new or new stories over old?
In today's generation, I would prefer new stories.
Yeah, okay. So, Rashi, now tell me who is your favorite actor?
My favorite actor, actually, I don't watch movies much, so I don't have any.
Any favorite actress or any cartoon character? Anything? No.
No, yes, I love Shinchan cartoon.
Okay, okay. And what is your favorite movie? Okay, then you don't watch any movie. So what is your favorite cartoon that you watch? Except Shinchan.
There's one cartoon, yeah, Doraemon.
Okay, Doraemon, that's nice. And what is your favorite food item?
My favorite food item, when I'm at home, I would prefer salad, but when I'm outside, I'll prefer momos
Okay, so healthy food at home and junk at outside.
outside.
Okay. And what are your hobbies?
My hobbies, I like to paint live paintings and dancing when I'm free.
Okay, okay, that is very interesting, life painting. And have you participated in some competitions for your painting or for dancing, anything?
Yes, back competition was there. I participated in that, and
Hmm.
dance competitions and annual function also.
Okay. And Rashi, what is your dream destination?
My dream destination is South Korea because that's a beautiful country.
Okay, that's really nice. And Rashi, before wrapping up, do you have any message for our viewers?
Yeah, my message to our viewers is stay healthy and enjoy your life. Don't forget to be creative in life like the Thirsty Crow did.
Okay.
Stay healthy.
Thank you so much, Rashi. And that's a wrap on today's episode. And Rashi reminded us that even simplest stories can teach the biggest lessons. And sometimes all it takes is a bone, a pot, or a goose to make us think. So keep dreaming, keep writing, and who knows, you might be the next star author we feature here. So until then, stay curious and stay creative. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, man.